Today, the Blue Jackets will close out their season series with the San Jose Sharks. Last night, they won in Ottawa 3-0, and Jody, what a big day it was yesterday. They add Matt Duchene to the roster. They get a win, and now they get to play again today.
Yeah, that was huge. The win was big for the Blue Jackets, and a huge pickup in Matt Duchene. Number one centerman right now on this team. He's dynamic, he's quick, and the Blue Jackets home fans are going to get to see him here in a few minutes. But yeah, that's a big day. A lot of excitement in that locker room. And when you're in an organization that adds, you're in a good place.
Yeah, and talking about excitement, I talked with Boone Jenner about just that. Boone has been here for a long time and has seen teams that have been made up a lot differently. But this one is the best roster that the Blue Jackets have put on the ice, and that excites Boone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting for us. No doubt about it. I think we got balance throughout our whole lineup. We got the depth, obviously with our goalies and in the back end and all four lines. So it's exciting. We just got to, play to our strengths.
And Boone, the role as a center iceman is looking pretty good. And I like that line sticking together, the veteran line of Anderson, Foligno, and Jenner. Those guys are going to have to play bigger minutes and bigger roles matching against top players, and that's important down the stretch and into the playoffs.
Now, one thing about that top line with Matt Duchene going in there with Artemi Panarin and Cam Atkinson, last night, early in the game, it looked like the timing was off, and that's what you expect. They hadn't even skated with each other ever. Do you think it'll be a little bit cleaner today?
I think as it moves along, they had 4 power plays in the first period. They had some practice there. I thought they were standing around a little too much looking for each other. Panarin was coming back from sickness. He looked a little bit off himself. But I think when you have that much skill on the ice, those players try to get a little too fancy sometimes, and it takes away from their game. Look for them to get a little simpler, more direct, and you see that skill in tighter places.
Well, let's talk about simple. A guy that's playing a simple game right now on the blue line is Scott Harrington, and he is just simply doing his job. And today, he and the other 5 defensemen are going to have to do their job well against this San Jose team. But for Harrington, a guy that used to have to wait for weeks before he got a chance to get into the lineup, now is an everyday player, and he couldn't be more pleased.
Yeah, that's been great. For me, that was my goal heading into the season, is to be a regular on the blue line. And I think as a player, for your confidence, it's huge that when you don't have to worry about those type of things, and you can kind of just focus on your game and continue to develop your game and building off each game.
Scott Harrington, great guy for the Blue Jackets. I love how he's found his role, and you know what? He waited to get in like this. He's a full-time NHL player now. He knows what to do out there against the opposition. He plays them tough, and that's a good identity for the team on the back end. The secondary scoring for the Blue Jackets needs to come, and the defensemen need to get involved. Look for Harrington, who's been up the ice a lot, to get involved here tonight.
Yeah, he's not shy in jumping into the play, of course. Let's take a look at the San Jose Sharks, a team that is playing very well, a team that many think might be able to come out of the West and represent the Western Conference in the Stanley Cup Final. That's a long way from now, but boy, the players that they have, you just start on their blue line and you look at Erik Karlsson and you look at Brent Burns, and then the guy that really stirs the drink has been there forever, and that's Joe Thornton.
Yeah, Joe Thornton is the man that carries the locker room for the San Jose Sharks. He's top 10 in all-time assist leaders. Number 9, just ahead of Gordie Howe. He just passed him a little while ago there. He's elite with the puck. He's a guy that's up there in age. He's a veteran of that locker room, and he's a fun guy to watch. The Blue Jackets have got to attack him as soon as he gets the puck. Brent Burns and Karlsson put these guys together, 2 of the most elite offensive defensemen in the National Hockey League, up in the play all the time. Any kind of power plays run through these guys, but they're more like rovers and offensive defensemen. They drive the engine for the offense for this team. Think about the second layer up the ice. These 2 guys are up there all the time. High-end, potent offense from their defense.
All right, it's time to go beyond the numbers, and that's being brought to you by Ohio Credit Union. What's your number today?
I got to go with 95. I mean, Matt Duchene, welcome to Columbus, Ohio. He's our newest Blue Jacket acquisition made yesterday. He played last night, and tonight he makes his debut in front of his new hometown fans here in Columbus, Ohio. Number 95, look for him tonight to put on a show.
He told us yesterday that the cannon scares him every time, so I hope he scares himself today by putting the puck in the net and getting the cannon to fire off. Beyond the Numbers is being brought to you by Ohio Credit Union, and they also bring you my daily CBJ in 30 podcast. You can find it at BlueJackets.com on the Blue Jackets app. You can also subscribe at iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify. That'll do it for today's Rink Report. For Jody, Shelley, I'm Bob McElligott. Enjoy the game.